Hello Hilton, how are you doing? You alright? When Judith booked me for this gig, I said to her, I'll only do it if there's a picture behind me of two rabbits boxing. Got to be honest, she's absolutely smashed it. It's already been a little bit of a weird day. I got the train here this evening, came into Cambridge, then I got a lift the rest of the way here. As I got off the train and walked into the bit where you come from the barriers, the other side of the barriers, there was a middle-aged man there. Now I know I'm middle-aged, so more middle-aged than me, and he's just stood there shouting, "Daniel! Daniel! Daniel!" I get closer to the barriers, he locks eyes with me. My name's not Daniel, it's Tim. He goes, "Daniel! Daniel! Daniel!" Swipe my ticket, go through the barriers, he comes right up to me and goes, "Daniel, are you here for me?" So I thought about this on the rest of the drive up here. There's only one thing that could possibly be happening. Someone is using this face to catfish middle-aged men. What was your name? Hannah? Would you get catfished by this face? Don't worry, you're clearly not a middle-aged man. What was your name? Claire? Would you get catfished by this face? No. Once again, obviously not a middle-aged man.
Yes.
Would you get catfished by this face? It's not the first time in Hilton. So it's Valentine's Day next week, and I know we've got quite a few couples in here. Have you started getting the Valentine's marketing emails? You've been getting these? Yeah. I received 3 today. First one said, "Show them your care with £2 off a triple foam car wash at my Next one said, "Treat the one you love with 20% off selected tents at Millets." You can't go camping on Valentine's, it's too intense. I'm a dad, I'm allowed one of those every night. And the third one just simply said, "Nothing says love like a Greggs sausage roll." So my name's Tim, I've got a 10-year-old son called Noah. Make some noise if you're a parent. Yay! Strangely lively. Yeah? Yes, you are. Got a 10-year-old son called Noah. It's just me and him, and over the summer, for the first time in nearly 2 years, we went away together. First holiday for 2 years. Could have gone anywhere. World was our oyster. So we went to a Park Dean in Great Yarmouth. This is Hilton. You're not going to have a clue what a Park Dean is. So let me tell you, it's like everyone who goes there dresses exclusively from Sports Direct. Only they're not dressed for sport, they're dressed for comfort and late night bar scuffles. All the kids who go there seem to have caravan names. Ardenes, Savannah, Beaumont, Aigburth. We went to the restaurant one night, me and Noah. I say restaurant, it was more just a collection of sticky tables. I said to the waiter, "Can I have the wine list, please?" He went, "Of course, sir. We've got red, or Stella. Noah's favourite things to do was the arcades. 4 nights we were there. We must have spent £50 or £60 on those arcades. He had over 2,000 tokens. On the last night, we went to that little booth in the corner to collect our prizes. Felt like the best dad in the world as we walked away with a bouncy ball and a tiny bag of Noah's at what I'd like to call the question stage of life, and if you're a parent, you know what life's like. Life is just one long, relentless stream of questions. Now, when we were on holiday, from the other bedroom, yeah, I don't mean to brag, 2-bedroom caravan at Park Dean in 6 in the morning, there was a, "Daddy, am I an atom?" I didn't know. I said yes. He followed this up with, "Daddy, why aren't lemons called yellows?" That one makes sense if you think about it. He's a bright boy. He finished this up with, "Daddy, who invented koalas?" I went, "Well, technically, Noah, all koalas have chlamydia, so I'm guessing someone from Peterborough." I'm surprised what they've been learning at school. When he was 10 years old, they were doing sex education, and they asked all us parents in for a little talk, so we'd be able to deal with any awkward conversations at home. And his teacher, Mrs. Rogers, stood up there for half an hour, and at the end, she said, "Any questions?" Now, turns out I'm the wrong kind of person to have that power. I couldn't help myself. I raised my hand. I said, "Mrs. Rogers, how many words do you know for Willie?" Turns out I wasn't her first idiot. She knew exactly what she was doing. Off the bat, 20 words for Willie before turning to me going, "And prick." Life doesn't always prepare you for what gets thrown at you as a parent. Doing this, I'm at home alone on my own a lot during the day. The other day, I went to the toilet. When I finished, I did my belt up. A little screw popped off the belt, fell down the toilet. I flushed. It didn't go anywhere. I thought nothing more of it. That night, when Noah got home from upstairs, there was suddenly a, "Daddy! Get up here now!" I ran up the stairs and he went, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just picked a screw." So I did what any responsible parent would do in that moment. I got eye level with him. I went, "Noah, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. You're not a real boy." I bought my new train set the other day. It was the Cambridge to London weekend special edition. Opened the box. All out inside was a rail replacement bus service. I do like hanging out with Noah. Like I said, it's just me and him. And the other day I picked him up just before Christmas from school. He jumps in the car and he goes, "Daddy, there's a talent show at the end of term. I want to get on stage and tell jokes like you. Will you write me a joke?" So I thought about this on the drive home, and when we got home, I went, "Right, Noah, I've written a joke for you," and I told it to him, and he went, "Oh, I can't say that. I'll get in trouble." Now, would you like to hear the joke? Yes! I said, would you like to hear the joke? Yes! So, for a bit of context, Noah's teacher is Mrs. Rogers. She doesn't like me. I don't like her. Her husband is an author and writes books. So I said, "Right, Noah, this is what you do. You get up on stage like this and you go, Hello everybody! I don't know if you know this, but Mrs. Rogers' husband is an author. He writes books. And right now, he's working on his latest novel. So for 2 years, he's been locked away in a room right at the back of the house. For 2 years, he hasn't seen his friends. For 2 years, he hasn't seen his kids. And for 2 years, he hasn't seen his wife. And do you know what? If I was married to Mrs. Rogers, I'll write a book as well. Right, Hilton, you have been absolutely lovely. You've got a fantastic headliner coming up, one of my favourite acts on the circuit. I'm Tim Saint. Enjoy the rest of the